We are thrilled to have six-time major champion Sir Nick Faldo here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, sir?
Great. Hey, Rich. Great. I'm actually out on the golf course. I'm with the groundskeeping team, and they're still filling in your 108 divots.
You're referring to what I just said on the Peacock stream, is that I did shoot a 108, but it's been about, my gosh, it's been about 15, 20 years, though, Nick. I hope somebody...
the divots are still fresh.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure. So how does the course look? Beautiful? Ready to roll?
It is great. I mean, because obviously it's very weird that there's nobody out here. You can stop and have another lovely chat with Rory McIlroy on the fifth hole. And, of course, nobody out here, so you get a good look at the rough. It's narrow, extremely narrow. I mean, the sixth fairway is exactly 20 yards wide. So it's going to be a bit, and the breeze is up. I'm hiding behind some kind of oak tree.
Okay.
And so to get out the wind for you.
I appreciate that. So this course, your history with it, walk us through your memories of playing at Winged Foot, Nick.
This was my very first U.S. Open back in 1984. And my great memory, I played my first practice round, I played with Jack. And we went up the first, and this would give these kids a laugh.
Sure.
And Jack gets his old scorecard out. And he's got written on it, oak tree left, lined up with, a seagull on the right. And so that's how we did our yardages. It was hilarious. There's the great Jack. It's how times have changed. Now they've got fancy green books with percentage slopes and yardages of every single sprinkler head. So that was my very first U.S. Open.
Well, you're
coming
at Baltusrol in New Jersey, where by the way that they played it 6 times. This is the 6th time that it's going to be at Winged Foot. And you referred to 1984. That's when Fuzzy Zeller won at Winged Foot.
Yeah.
So is it going to be? He was 4 under, and then 10 years before that, Hale Irwin at the Massacre, the so-called Massacre, 7 over. What do you think is the number for the 2020 U.S. Open at Winged Foot, Nick?
Well, at the moment, the greens are a little bit receptive, so that all depends if they, really dry them out. But if they get firm, like when Jeff Ogilvy won, they were pretty firm. So, the rough is thick. You're just going to chop it out. It's got to be over par. It's got to be over par again. I can't see how it could be under par.
And do you think this is yet another tournament for Dustin Johnson to lose the way that he's playing?
But no, never quite that easy.
Right.
On this kind of test. But sure, he must come in feeling good. I had a nice chuckle when Claude Harmon was talking about he's got a driving iron in the bag, which he can hit 285, 290. We never got that far with our drivers, so which is pretty hilarious. So if he plays smart, I think everybody's goal is they're going to look down each hole and say, right, how and what do I use to get it on the fairway? It is a priority. You go in the rough. If you don't get a lie, then you're just going to be really smart, move it up the fairway, anything from 50 to 100 yards in the right place, and then leave a really smart third. And, that's how you're going to have to plot your way around. As you know, these greens, the crumbs, they are unbelievably undulating. They're like taking a links green and all the surroundings and just squashing it into the size of a green. So everything is difficult here. That's the bottom. The only thing which would probably be very nice is the weather. Weather should be great. It should be but the breeze have just got up right now. So if they get that, then it will be it'll be some test.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.